That's right, coffee. Why? Well, why not? When playing a game or watching something, it's a nice idea to have a drink nearby. Some people enjoy drinking tea, others enjoy drinking coffee, or maybe whiskey and even water, why not? If you're interested in getting into drinking coffee, well, I know the basics, and the basics are quite enough for you to enjoy a nice cup of coffee. So keep watching, and by the end of the video, you know the basics too. There are basically two types of coffee, or two types of coffee plants. One of them is called Arabica, and the other is called Robusta. There are some major differences between the two. The Arabica coffee usually has a better taste, more smooth, when compared to the Robusta. The Robusta has more of that bitter taste that people don't usually like very much. But the Robusta has almost the double caffeine than the Arabica does. So if you're looking for a nice taste, you go for Arabica. If you're looking for caffeine, you go to Robusta. So the Arabica coffee is usually more expensive than the Robusta because the Arabica plant is more delicate, it's more prone to disease than the Robusta. The Robusta plant will survive longer and give coffee the whole year long. When buying your coffee, you can find it on the package if it's Arabica or Robusta. If it doesn't say, you can go by the price. If it's an expensive coffee, it's probably Arabica. And if it's too cheap, it's probably Robusta. Arabica is way more expensive than the Robusta, but they're both quite affordable. If you wanna have both the taste of the Arabica and the caffeine from the Robusta, you can find some coffees out there that are a mix. So there are all kinds of options out there, you just have to look. Regardless of Arabica or Robusta, the coffees have different roasts. They go from light to dark, and maybe very dark you can find. Now the difference between a light and a dark roast is mostly the flavor. The amount of caffeine on a light and on a dark roast is pretty much the same. It has minor variations but doesn't matter much, so don't get a dark coffee expecting more caffeine because it probably won't make much difference. Get whatever roast tastes the better for you. Other than that, you'll find on the packages things like this coffee has hints of nuts, or that coffee has hints of dark chocolate and oranges, or berries, vanilla or whatever. Well, unless you're a fanatic, that doesn't matter much. It's more like a trial and error thing. You try a coffee, if you like it, keep buying it. If you don't, go for another one until you find one or two you really like.